What has been, is what shall be, what has been done, is what shall be done, and there is no new matter under the sun. Is there matter of which it is said, see, this is new? It was here already, long ago. According to the Illuminati's belief, the earth will be plunged into total chaos, which will be the birth pains. As planet Earth goes up in flames, the phoenix bird will triumphantly rise out of the ashes. Thus, a new world order will emerge. In order to have global peace, whoever does not accept this new world order will be exterminated. All who oppose will be labeled enemies of the state, also known as terrorists. There was a time when HaShatan could go in the presence of the throne, and he showed me Yahushua, the high priest standing before the messenger of Yahuwah, and Satan standing at his right hand to be an adversary to him. Zechariah chapter 3 verse 1. And the day came to be that the sons of Elohim came to present themselves before Yahuwah, and Satan also came among them. And Yahuwah said to Satan, From where do you come? And Satan answered Yahuwah and said, From diligently searching in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. Job chapter 1, verse 6 through 7. And Yahuwah said to Satan, See, all that he has is in your hand. Only do not lay a hand on himself. And Satan went out from the presence of Yahuwah. Job chapter 1, verse 12. The time is coming though, when Satan will not be permitted to enter into the throne room. There will not be a place found for this being or his motley crew in heaven any longer. Yahushua told us, I saw Satan falling out of the heaven as lightning. Therefore, the serpent of old called the devil and Satan, will be thrust down to earth. During the time of the great distress, also known as the great affliction, Jacob's trouble, and great tribulation, HaShatan will be stuck down here on earth, in a clone body posing as the Messiah having much wrath as outlined in Revelation, chapter 12, verse 8 through 13. That is why he has but a short time. Sadly, the brainwashing has been spewed within all three major faiths. All thinking they are the righteous ones. To them, fighting a religious holy war is justified. It will be their sacred duty to rid the earth of all evildoers.
There's one key thing that's driving people to take up the cross, and that is that they actually believe that this crusade is a spiritual war, and that it's going to purify their souls of sin. If there's one thing that's at the core, and it's across the largest range of people, it's spirituality, it's religion that's driving this.
Just as times of old, the inquisitors truly believed it was not sinful to kill a heretic, so it shall be again. This type of ideology, kill all infidels, must be implanted into their minds now. That way, when the final Inquisition comes, the programming will have become a complete success. Satan's soldiers will be armed and ready to hunt down and kill all dissenters. Try to comprehend this. To them they will be doing God's service, as outlined in John chapter 16 verse 2. I beseech you to understand, the world will truly believe that this is Jesus Christ, Issa, Yeshua, God on earth, by whichever name you want to call it. The truth is, this will be Satan incarnated in a clone body. This being will be very arrogant, haughty, demanding, prideful, vile, cunning, cruel and yet, very charismatic. This being will be like the high priest and like David, a great warrior king. Those of us who have eyes to see and ears to hear will know that Yahushua said his kingdom is not of this world. I am reminded how during the First Crusade, Pope Urban II's famous speech left people by the thousands falling to their knees swearing their allegiance to him. Many women and children took up their cross also. Soldiers during the crusade were called Christ's soldiers, and it was known as the Christian army. Those in the army believed they were defending the Messiah and the church.
The Pope's sermon pushed the boundaries of Christian teaching. In his holy war, a crusader now had the blessing of God to ignore the sixth commandment, thou shalt not kill, as long as he was an infidel.
This is violence which God actually wants, and he wants it so much that he's actually going to give a spiritual reward to people who participated. It's literally like opening Pandora's box. I'm not sure he's actually conscious of how dangerous an idea he's tampering with at Clermont. But what it leads to is a very powerful upsurge of a sense of hatred of the outsider, if you like, in Western Europe, and a turning against anyone who seems to be other than what is an accepted norm, a Western Christian.
Shiite Muslims even joined themselves to the Crusaders. Can you believe that? We can't only wait and wonder what words the impostor will use to convince the world to begin the biggest bloodbath in all of history. The dragon, the world dictator, will rule from Jerusalem, making war with the remnant. These Kodesh ones will continue to keep the commandments of Yahuwah and will not deny Yahushua as described in Revelation 12:17 and Revelation 14:12. During this time, all nations on a global scale will be enraged with the bride of Yahushua. I find the subject of the impostor fascinating and of the utmost importance, as you should too. That is why the FOY Ministry is doing everything we can possibly do to warn as many as we can about the coming impostor. After the fall guy takes the rap for being the Antichrist, the impostor will sit enthroned. The dragon will then begin to execute judgment to the nations, counterfeiting verses in Matthew chapter 25 verse 31 and verse 32. Talk about a bombshell. Beloved ones, this will be the biggest false flag event in all of history. A false flag is a covert operation conducted by government, corporations or other organizations, which are designed to happen as though they were carried out by other entities. Life, as many of us know it, will have gotten so bad during this time that the majority of people will have eagerly embraced the son of perdition. All believers living during this time will be under tremendous pressure to either submit or be killed. Those of us who refuse the consequences will be huge. That is why we are to be overcomers, and the hardest thing many will have to overcome is ourselves. If you are struggling with holding on to the Babylonian lifestyle, what will you do when the time comes to literally lay down your life? That is why most trials and tribulations are occurring in most of our lives now. Do you have the greatest love in you? When we reach this time in Earth's history, there will be more Judas amongst believers. This will be a time of great betrayal. I beseech you to know and test all spirits, even those that be of Yahuwah. All three major religions will have been united by the world dictator. The string that binds and ties them is their belief in one God, and all stem from Abraham. Seeking unity has been ongoing for some time. Check out some of these headlines. The biggest concordat ever recorded in history will occur under Satan's reign. A mutual agreement of monstrous proportions will occur between all national governments in this satanic religious empire. Finally, there will be global peace. All three religions will unite under the rule of the impostor, the Prince of Darkness, and will coexist in peace. This new era of golden peace will reign for a brief time. Just as it had been written so long ago, after they say peace and safety, then sudden destruction will befall them, as outlined in 1 Thessalonians, chapter 5, verse 3. The bride of Yahushua will be outcasts. We will be like those conversos during the Inquisition. They were neither Moors, that is Muslims, nor were they Jews, but Christian in name only. We will be modern-day misfits. And the dragon was enraged with the woman, and he went to fight with the remnant of her seed, those guarding the commands of Yahuwah, and possessing the witness of Yahushua Messiah. Revelation 12:17.